Hello, everybody, and welcome back into another episode of SFBN End Zone. My name is Ryan Chminsky, once again with you on a wonderful Friday evening. We got some weather in the area. Hopefully that doesn't affect any of our games. Let's take a look at the games we're going to be covering this week here on our schedule. We've got Lower Merion at Garnet Valley, Plymouth-Whitemarsh at Cheltenham. That game just got underway. We're going to get you out there in just a moment. Bishop Shanahan at Penwood. We've got Notre Dame at North Schuylkill, Pennsbury at CB East, and then Pennridge at Neshaminy. Alrighty, let's get you out to Plymouth-Whitemarsh versus Cheltenham. Enjoy.
And kicking off for Plymouth-Whitemarsh, they're going to let that go out of bounds. And that's going to be a flag and start the Cheltenham offense on the 40. So now the Cheltenham offense trotting out there. Jonathan Ingram, the quarterback, got knocked out early of last matchup, but is back in as the starting quarterback. Excuse me, misspoke. The 35-yard line is where the Panthers will start. Three wide receivers, tight end, running back to the left, gets the handoff, running up the middle, and there's nowhere for him to run. That's Smith on the carry, getting the first handoff of the game, picking up about 1. This time in the backfield with Ingram is going to be McLeod. That's where he was most of the game, did most of his damage from the backfield, but he's going to slip. It's very muddy conditions out there. Has been misting for the past hour plus, and the turf monster ends up getting him there, or should I say the mud monster. Lots of chunks of grass coming up on the cut. So that will put the Panthers in an unfortunate 3rd and long situation.
3rd down 11.
Ingram checking the wristband. Has a man in motion, faking the handoff. It's going to be a screen to the right side. Caught and tackled, but not after getting the first down. That's going to be Zach Strange with the catch.
Streaking down the far sideline and into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 60-yard touchdown for the Patriots on the opening drive of the night. They're on the scoreboard 6-0 with 10:10 to go in the first quarter of the McCaffrey's game of the night.
Yeah, Blackwell found a hole, got some nice blocking, and was just off to the races. Nobody was near him trying to get down that sideline. Gets in. 60-yard touchdown to start this one.
Yeah, really showed off his speed on that play, Ben. And the extra point is up.
Lefty kicker.
And good.
And the extra point is good. 10 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Our score.
And so back up the field we come, 7-0. Patriots in front of the Falcons in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Kramer's Bakery in Yardley. Longtime supporters of Pennsbury Falcon football, Pennsbury athletics across the WBCB sports universe, and they are continuing to bake things great. They've been doing it since 1946. Handmade baked goods, made fresh daily on the premises. Kramer's features custom cakes, dessert cakes, real fruit, cheesecakes.
In the back. That'll be a spot foul from the 20.
It looks like number 2, Logan Hamilton, the senior linebacker, is gingerly walking. He's been dealing with a knee injury since preseason, and you can see the trainer, Brandon Herr, out there on the field, the Garnet Valley medical staff, including Coach Van Wyk, out to check on him. He kind of went down awkwardly just in open space, and that's not always a good sign, but he is walking off on his own accord with the trainer. So
that's a tough kid, man. That's a tough kid wanting to get back out there his senior year. Dealt with an injury last year, came back. Dealt with an injury this year and just wants to be out on the field. You can tell, like, there's disappointment in his body language. Good kid, tough kid, good family.
Yeah, and he's worked really hard to get himself physically back to try and have this opportunity, but
empty set here.
Smith in the shotgun. Snap goes to Smith. Pressure from Romanello. Smith gets around it, throws a deep ball downfield. Intended for number 5, Declan Mack, just overthrown. Romanello in there on the pressure, and you could see Smith's athletic ability. He just sensed that pressure and got outside the pocket.
First time we see Lassick back from his injury coming out at safety.
Yeah, number 9, Tyler Lassick, the Jaguar quarterback and corner. He's in as a, looks like a nickel back kind of set for the Jags. They have 5 D-backs out on the field.
Looks like they took the outside linebacker out, number 15 long for Lassick. This empty set does reduce Garnet Valley's backers a little bit, so.
Bubble screen to number 34, overthrown. They call it a forward pass. It was close. We apologize. We have the Lower Merion roster. We have a 33 and a 35, but no number 34, so anybody out there from the Lower Merion side that might be watching, if you know how to get a hold of me, please do. We'd love to know who he is, but we apologize. He's not on our roster.
Should we give him your number?
Yeah, sure. Everybody out there. Text Coach Scott Green at. So Booker the single setback.
So this look is a 2x2, but it still keeps Lassick in the middle as a free safety, which is a good look for Garnet Valley's pass
The Jags
defense.
react to the motion, man. They run underneath screen. You can see number 17, Booker, and 52 for the Aces, both lobbying the officials for the, I don't know, there was a hold or an interference, but watching them on film, they love that middle screen game. They've done it all season against everybody they've played, and he just launched that over Booker's head. But
it seems like watching film, Lower Merion's greatest asset is their skill players.
And mercilessly stop at the 29-yard line. And the Spartans will start now closer to the goal line than when they were on offense, and credit the defense for that.
Yeah, this field position was all because of that North Schuylkill defense just getting pressure on Danny Darno, and just forcing 3rd down and long and just 4th and long. And Notre Dame had no room to punt, really, and they almost blocked it. Matt.
That's the thing. It wasn't the traditional snap distance. So Mengel back out there, and he's going to hold on to it. Had it in the belly of Stanakis. Opted to keep it, and it's going to be no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
A little late on his decision.
They'll say 2nd and 10, no gain. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame had the ball for so little time, we never had time even to give you their starting lineup. Handoff to Chanowski. Tried to go up the middle, stuffed after a short gain. They might have given him 1 on the play. 2nd and 10 will go to 3rd and 9. Haven't officially put that, but looks to be the case. 3rd and 9 from the 29. Mengel back to pass, stepping up, throws to the end zone, and it is caught outside that line. It is just past the end zone. Put an extra step on that throw.
Yeah.
And it will bring up 4th and 9, and I'm guessing it's a.
It might be a.
There's also a
on the field
flag on the play too, and they're going to push the Spartans back. It's going to be a hold. So we're going to redo 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 19. They were likely to go for it anyway, so I guess you kind of play the averages there. 2 plays to go 19 yards versus 1 play to go 9. And now if you can make a stop, you might force them to punt then too. 2 receivers on either direction. Back to passes. Mengel steps up, throws to the near side. And it is over the head of the intended receiver in Joey Flail. And he was double teamed. We talked about that in the open, of kind of limit the damage that he can do. And it'll be 4th and 19 and a second punt opportunity for Gavin Menser.
Yeah, you know, Matt, two drives with great field position and getting the ball on the Notre Dame side of things, and those drives just became negated because of penalties.
If we went to a third key to the game, limiting the penalties probably would be it on both sides. From midfield, the punt is going to go into the end zone again. So 2 punts on 2 possessions for the Spartans, both resulting in touchbacks.
Notre Dame has yet to get any positive yardage. I'm curious to see how this offensive line is going to respond after just giving up blown up run play, and then 2 straight sacks.
They have yet to get a DM2 security first down. So the Crusaders will be back out there going from right to left. And I'm guessing the conversation was about the protection.
After that North Schuylkill punt, we're going to take you out to Neshaminy Pennridge. Let's get you out there.
Colby Bracey got brought down fairly quick on that play, and not much there. Pick up 4 they'll give him. 2nd and 6, things moving quickly. Baker hands off. It's Klee this time, and he'll maybe get 1 as the ball comes out, but after he already hit the turf. Klee, no real place to go. Brought down by Walker.
Although Neshaminy is very successful right now, the Rams have just been very aggressive with their defensive line and linebackers.
3rd and 5 after no gain. And timeout defense. Well, more than half the quarter has gone by, Mackay, and Redskins have had the ball.
They still might not be in positive yardage for the game, but the first positive play, 5:20 left to play in the first quarter. Scoreless here at Spartan Stadium. Handoff up the middle. First one not brought down for a loss, as Ludlow picks up a couple. And Jawanski with his second tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
With the slot back.
It's actually an overload to the left, double tight to the right.
Lassick,
Nice
the
run.
keeper. Good block, good run.
Nice.
Touchdown, Jags.
Coach, they're actually putting an extra lineman on the left-hand side and then going regular tight end to the right-hand side. And most people don't know this, but it doesn't matter how many people you have on the line of scrimmage.
You can see number 14, one of those tight ends for the Jags. They've had Caden Ollinger, Justin Gretzky, Drew Keaveney all been working in there at the tight end spot. That's Gretzky right there going back out for the extra point, 1 man down. So Ryan Downey on for the snap, Nolan Carroll the hold. Number 1, Kai Lopez, the do-it-all man, the kick. Kick is good. And with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Jags take their first lead 7-0.
It's actually a really good – are we on still?
Yeah. We are on, buddy.
It's a really good play to put, a defensive line that only has 4 down linemen and walks an outside backer up to a 6-man front. To put an extra man on the line of scrimmage and have to account for him is something the Lower Merion did not prepare for, I can guarantee you. It's the first time I've seen Garnet Valley do that. So not only do they overload the left side and confuse Lower Merion, but then they run.
After that Garnet Valley touchdown to give them the 7-0 lead, we're going to take you out to Neshaminy Pennridge. Enjoy.
Back the other way, fires to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's Connor Frederick in the left corner of the end zone, and the Skins take a 6-0 lead. Nice boot, play action fake, and the defender was late getting over. And Neshaminy takes a quick lead. Aiden Nicastro will get the hold from Jason Wilmot. Spotted. Kick is away. Plenty of distance. And it's perfect. Redskins take a really long drive and then go down and score against the Pennridge Rams. They leave Pennridge by a score of 7-0, and we'll be right back in a moment on the WBCB Sports Network.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy.
So 1st and 15 now. Ingram, man in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left. 2 tight ends. Up the middle again. After shedding off a lot of tackles, eventually getting taken down, getting back to where they originally started, maybe a little bit past that. About 2nd and 9 as a player for the Panthers falls down, and the coaches are coming out to him. We'll take an injury timeout and keep you updated.
Both running backs, I believe they're brother. It's number 37, Jackson Booker, and number 17, Ben Booker. Both the backs that time.
Oh, Mink, I got notes on them. 17's a senior. The younger Booker's a sophomore. But yeah, I was curious. I got your game notes and I saw Booker and thought you messed up. Not you though, buddy.
On my game. Oh, pass batted down by number 66, Aiden Bendo for the Jags. Defensive line coach Hill will be happy about that one.
Yeah, what a good play.
Nice job.
He's not on my list, Bendo. Is he a new starter or?
Yeah, Jags are a little banged up on both fronts on either side, so he's been working, and he came in a little bit in the second half last week against Haverford School, and
yeah,
he's done a real nice job. His junior
that's
defensive
a really
lineman.
Good play.
Low line drive. It will get to the end zone. Wow, they almost downed it inside the 1, but
is to Halford. And another big chunk play right up the middle. We'll say just shy of the first down, a 9-yard pickup, and now you have plenty of options at 2nd and 1.
You can open up the playbook here when you get into these short down and distance.
Fakes the handoff, gets it to Stanakis around the defense, and diving for the DM2 security first down is Colin Stanakis. Had a blocker on the outside and got just what he needed. And playing at tempo again. Shotgun, running back to either side. They converge, and it's a keeper up the middle for little to no gain. Maybe they'll give him 1. And it looked like the 2 running backs almost blocked the path of the quarterback keeper there for Mengele.
They did.
They don't give any yardage. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing all the way on the far side, Stanakis. He's got quite a few.
He does gain his touches early on.
Brought down after a gain of about 5. Brings up 3rd and 5 with 1:30 left to play in this opening quarter. Scoreless here at Spartan Stadium. 3rd possession for the Spartans after 2 punts. Big 3rd down opportunity for each team here. Handoff is to Halford, busts out the far side around the defense. And that's going to be good enough for another DM2 security first down. They move the sticks yet again.
North Schuylkill has just done everything right on offense, attacking every area on the field from this Notre Dame defense, gaining the outside, middle of the field, especially in the ground game tonight.
Well, even the passing game has almost been an extension of the ground game with little screen passes.
Get him out into the flat.
Going to go deep on the near side, looking for Flail, and out of reach. Incomplete on that first down play. 2nd and 10 from the Crusader 19.
Tell you what, these receivers have had guys beat tonight for 2 plays, just slightly overthrown.
Well, that first one would have been negated by the turnover too, or the the hold. Hand off to Chanowski. Busts one tackle and another. And diving to about the 5-yard line and inside, it'll be first and goal for the Spartans. And Chanowski just impossible to bring down.
Yeah, just he gets into the second level of this defense up into the linebackers, and he's just so big to bring down and so tough to bring down. You almost have to gain tackle him to get multiple defenders on him if you want to bring him down.
They just brought him out, replaced by Halford. Halford gets the handoff. And the ball came loose, and it's going to go to the Crusaders. Notre Dame with the big break. They brought out Chanowski after the big run, came up a little hobbled. Halford was trying to stretch it on the near side, and it is the first turnover of the game. And Ludlow got a helmet on it, and it looks like it might have been Alex Lozano, the defensive back, who was able to hop on it and save the drive for the Crusader defense.
I think this Notre Dame defensive philosophy this game so far early on is bend it but don't break. And that's exactly what they have done. They have bend a lot tonight too, but a lot of mistakes from North Schuylkill, turnovers and penalties. But
danger area, though, inside the 5-yard line. It's at the 4.
Yeah, this needs to be something quick if you're Notre Dame as well tonight.
Ludlow in motion. Rolling to his right is Darno. He's going to throw it out of bounds. There were receivers in the area, I believe. Yeah, they did not call anything.
There's an official's timeout for the training staff to get out on the field. Is it number 18 Kohler that was out there in the flat? It's tough to see.
Yes. Looking at
No upright. 2nd and 10 from their own 4-yard line. Clark in motion. Pass is complete on the near side. It's going to be a minimal gain. And then a flag thrown as Ludlow caught it on the near side.
I have a feeling this one might be coming back. Pushing back even further to the goal line.
Looks like it might be a block in the back. And what had given them a little bit more room is now going to do the exact opposite. So they are going to keep the penalty. Push him back to the 2-yard line. So we'll redo 2nd down. We'll just call it 2nd and long. They put it at the 4, so it's 2nd and 11. And now a flag before anything else happened. See what's going on with this one. There is no penalty. Well, that's good. 4 seconds, this should be the last play of the opening quarter. It's a handoff to Ludlow, right up the gut. He's going to get to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 6, give a little bit more room, and we're going to flip sides, and we're going to have a long way to go for the Crusaders. It'll be 3rd down, and we will step aside back for the second quarter. This is the D11Sports.com hype.
That'll make it a 3rd down, getting back to the original line of scrimmage after losing some yards on the fumble. That for Higginbotham. So 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Higginbotham in the backfield with Ingram. McLeod, one of the receivers out wide. And Ingram going to run up the middle himself. Taken down. Tackle from Kevin Hegarty. Hyped up after that one. But it doesn't look like that offensive unit is going to come out. 4th down and about 4 or 5. on the opponent's 30-yard line. It looks like they're set to go for it. About a little less than 2:30 left in this first quarter. Talking over a very important play call here. Remember, Harrison, the starting center, coming out earlier. As the handoff to McLeod, he's going to run up the middle, pushing through. It looks like they will give him the first down. A good, strong run on 4th down, and that'll give the Panthers another first down. Knocking on the red zone at about the 23-yard line. And a Plymouth-Whitemarsh player falling to the ground near their sideline, almost off the field. And the team is huddling around. So we'll take an injury timeout here, keep you updated on that. Score sits 21-7, Panthers lead, but they have the ball, knocking in scoring position.
Crusaders, 2 from either inside or just outside the end zone.
Yeah.
And both times, North Schuylkill has been in good position.
Yeah, North Schuylkill's needing to finally capitalize on this good field position.
There's an injury timeout. Culligan Water asks, when is the last time you had your water tested? Get a free in-home water.
You know, he's not uncomfortable out there for sure.
No, he did a great job in the 4 games that he played, running and throwing the ball, to be honest. And he runs that option well. And you see O'Donohue moving Lopez from the left side to the right side slot. Again, that overload for the Jags.
Into the boundary.
O'Donohue keeps. Oh, and he gets stopped short. Good defensive play by the Aces. Yep, turnover on downs. See if we can see where the pressure comes from. Who makes the play?
Yeah, they go overload to the right and motion to the right. And what number is that?
17. Is that
17,
Booker?
Yeah, that's a middle backer. He's a really good player. He really fills the alley well. That C-gap alley, that gap in between the tackle and tight end, he really does a good job filling that.
Yep, so Aces now take over on downs, 40.
And they're pointing. So there will be a sideline warning, so no penalty yards here. A warning for the Colonials sideline. One more, and then it will result in a penalty. Ingram, the quarterback, relaying the message to his running back, McLeod. Goes under center, gives him the handoff. He was met at the line of scrimmage. It bounces out to the left side, and it's going to get spun out of bounds just behind the 10-yard line. Again, very good running from McLeod. McLeod and Boggs for Plymouth-Whitemarsh have been battling on the ground, both doing great work for their respective teams. No one able to stop the run today. Handoff, McLeod. He's going to get wrapped up that time, however. And the announcer's jinx striking right there. Just a 1-yard gain for McLeod. So that'll make it 2nd and goal from about the 7-yard line. Slightly misting outside. Although probably not affecting play right now. The previous rain on the field has definitely affected the game so far. Ingram dropping back. He's going to keep it running to the right. He's looking for a man to throw to, and that's going to get picked off in the end zone. And that will be a touchback for Plymouth-Whitemarsh. The interception there. That was Amir Butler for the interception. The errant throw there from Jonathan Ingram ends up in the hands of a Plymouth-Whitemarsh player. And now Colonials set up in a good spot here, or stop what could have been a good stop from the Panthers in the red zone on the goal line.
After that big-time interception by Plymouth-Whitemarsh in the end zone, we're going to get you back out to Notre Dame North Schuylkill right now. Enjoy.
Option, and just opens up a big hole for Miguel, and he's untouched going into the end zone, Matt. Just what North Schuylkill needed after coming up short multiple tries.
14 yards on the rush. Gavin Menser will be out there for the point after try. To make it a 7-0 lead. And he does. So we were just talking about a scoreless first, and on the first possession of the second quarter for the Spartans, didn't have a lot of time to go, didn't have a lot of yardage to go with that short punt and the long return there, and able to cash things in for the first score.
Yeah, and I think that play was really just set up by this offense throughout the first quarter. You know, they were able to run the ball effectively with the running backs as well, and the defense fell for the fake, and then it just opened up that big hole for Miguel, and he walked in there untouched. But I'm really curious to see how this Notre Dame offense is going to respond coming back onto the field. They need to put a good drive together and give this defense a rest, because they've been on the field a lot tonight.
DM2 security.
I don't think the play clock was an issue. They just didn't see a look they wanted. They called our second timeout of this first half.
It looks like Ollinger's back there at a safety. So, you know, it's hard as a coach to deal with injuries as the game goes on and try to stick with the game plan and have to fill in for subs.
You can see number 3, senior Aiden Boyce, the quarterback and safety in there now for the Jazz.
A little extracurricular activities here.
Lee Muhammad there, one of the guys.
Yeah, the whistle was blown and he still took Brent Singer down. Eric David was having none of that. The captain ran over and
No gain on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 10.
had some words to say.
So no gain there, 2nd and 10.
We've seen a revivance of Jordan Brensinger these last 2 weeks. He was used a lot in week 1, and ever since then wasn't really used in these last 2 weeks. He's been used a lot. Tonight he has 3 rushes for 6 yards.
Got him lined up on the near side wing. Handoff goes to Zerniak out of the backfield. Zerniak upended by Logan Simkis. Picks up a few. And sets the Falcons up with a 3rd and 7.
3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down and 7.
This is their deepest penetration against the Patriots tonight. And on 3rd and 7, the Falcons will talk it over. They call a timeout. 4:47 to go in the second quarter.
Timeout by Pennsbury, their 2nd of the half.
And want to let you know that Yardley.
Give it to him at the 39. Should be a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. You would ask for that a couple of possessions ago. First time he held on to it. High snap over his head and just diving back on it, and a big loss on the play. Back into their own territory. And an unforced error there by the Crusaders, making it 3rd and long.
Yeah, you can't have those unforced errors, especially when you're starting with that kind of field position. You're down on the road right now, too. Negated that good run by Darno and that good kick return by Boyd.
It's a loss of 15 yards from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 18. Obvious passing down. Ludlow was in motion. Going to drop it off to him. He does have some space. Going to get some of that yardage back, but not all. Gets it to the 45-yard line.
Curious to see what Notre Dame does here, if they're going to go or they're going to punt. Looks like they're going to punt.
Son of Central League Penncrest Athletic Director Chip Ollinger.
Well, that's who's in for Lassick right now. Great read. That's a really good play.
Yeah, and a big turnover for the Jag. That's another defensive play brought to you by that defensive play of the game sponsor, Garnet Valley class of 1985, Joseph Michael Albany Jr.
Are they who pays us?
Memorial
They're
Scholarship
the ones
Fund.
that pay us.
They pay somebody. They don't pay me.
Look, I got a good parking spot, so I guess that's my paycheck.
They let you in at the gate, or they make you pay at the gate,
Yo,
buddy.
I swear to God, every single time I come to a Garnet Valley game, I'm going to tell them I'm announcing. I get in for free.
Garnet Valley again. O'Donohue keeps after the initial fake to the back through. Picks up about 4 or 5. Will bring up 2nd and 5. So that's going to be the new thing. Hey, I'm an announcer.
No, there's no doubt. I got a parking spot and a free, and in free. Halftime, if I get a free hot dog, that's a deal breaker right there.
I think the 17 people that are tuned in tonight online might pick up on that idea. I announce.
There's enough room up here for them.
So Dante Devano, wide receiver, split to the bottom of your screen for the Jags. Donahue under center. Fakes, keeps, and gets buried in the backfield. I see a number by the Aces, number 45.
Yeah, it looked like their outside linebacker. Yeah, 45.
Yeah, it's number.
Looks like, yeah, he's
45 to.
After that interception by Garnet Valley, they start their drive after a tough loss there on first down. We'll keep an eye on that drive. We're going to get you out to Pennsbury CB East right now.
6 yards for the Falcons, 2nd and 4. They're up to the 12. Double wing formation with Zerniak in the backfield, faking the handoff to Zerniak, and it's an option pitch out to Eric David. Eric David is down to the 2-yard line before he is forced out of bounds, and it's a goal-to-go situation for the Falcons.
Knocked out of bounds by number 16, Logan.
1st and goal from the 2, and a touchdown-saving shove out of bounds by Logan Simkis.
Enough for a Falcons first down, brings up a first down and goal.
Now the Falcons knocking on the door as we're down to the 3.5-minute mark. Double tailback formation, this time Brensinger and Zerniak, and the handoff to Zerniak, who gets to the line of scrimmage and then hits a wall of Patriot defenders. He's turned away, 2nd and goal.
Tackled by number 57, Lean Mohammed. Loss of 1 in the play brings up a 2nd down and goal from the 4.
They definitely got to try to get in the end zone here.
Well, they say he lost a yard, so they call it 2nd and 4.
I don't know how I feel about that spot.
Begley sets him down, gives to Zerniak. Zerniak with running room off the left side, gets to the 2, and then Dean Blackwell
It's all over the place
makes
tonight.
a good tackle.
100 rushing yards, and he's making big stops on defense.
So that makes it 3rd and goal.
Brings up a 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Again.
I don't see any flags. 3rd down and 15, and Sam Coons gets a slip screen pass, and the Redskins couldn't get anyone to touch him. And now a point after from tying this ball game when it seemed like the Skins have dominated this first half.
Yeah, and they definitely.
Falcons looking to get on the scoreboard as Begley from under center is going to keep it. A quarterback keeper, Begley down to the 2, and a flag comes flying in. Begley stopped by Dan Vogelsong.
And if you couldn't hear the hot mic, it looks like it's going to be coming back from a hold.
Looks like they're calling a block in the back.
A block in the back. Oh.
Either way, a costly penalty here for the Pennsbury Falcons as they were inside the 5, and now they're going to walk this off, keep going.
I wouldn't be surprised here to, with the field position, if you don't get much field gain, maybe trying to go for a field goal with Pereira.
Doesn't look like they're going to do that, though.
So now looking at a 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. And this is the kind of down and distance situation where maybe you try to go to the air. See if maybe you can get C.J. Weiser in the end zone. No, it's going to be Begley who holds on to it. And a great tackle by Nick Giordano as he dives in there and gets the Pennsbury QB at the 10-yard line. So now 4th and goal from the 10. And decision time here, they're going to send in Angelo Pereira. And he will attempt a field goal, a 27-yarder.
Here we go.
Pereira, a 5'8" sophomore, will kick out of Begley's hold, Vivleka's snap. It's placed down, the kick is up, it looks good, and it is right through the middle. Dead center for Angelo Pereira, and we come back up the field with the score 7-3, a low-scoring affair so far in the McCaffrey's game of the night after a 27-yard field goal from Angelo Pereira.
Fellow sophomore, Angelo Pereira. Let's go.
Well, really, he's putting together.
After that Pennsbury field goal, it makes it a 7-3 game in that one. Still a tightly contested match, one-score game, where we're going to get you out to Garnet Valley versus Lower Merion. Lower Merion's on the drive at the moment. Enjoy.
False start aces. As a former offensive coordinator, there's nothing will drive you nuts more than that.
Yeah. That's the one thing you can absolutely control on offense is when the ball is snapped and not to jump off sides.
We got our first check-in from out-of-town guest. We got Dr. Bob DeTrolio at home checking in, say he's watching the stream, and he's thrilled to death to have Coach Scott Green in the box with me. Actually told me you're more entertaining than me. Should stay home, Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob's the man.
So Booker in the backfield, split to the left of Smith. Snap. He goes to take off. Again, handful of missed tackles, but the Jags do get him down after a gain of about 7, so it'll bring up 2nd and 8 right at the 10-yard line. I will say this. He holds that ball out there like Walter Payton back in the day.
There's no doubt.
There's not much attention being given to ball security. He hasn't put it on the deck yet, though.
That might have been the kiss of death for number 1.
Well, we'll see. So again, they can pick up a first down at about the 2.5-yard line. They don't need to score, but 2nd and call it 8.
I mean, Garnet Valley's linebackers are so back off the ball right now. I mean, it just, I'm just not sure why Lower Merion's not trying to run the ball.
Romanello closing there. You see Smith. I think Smith, he was looking to throw, and he dragged it out, but he was moving slow enough that he let Romanello.
Yeah, once again.
Get outside.
I mean, Romanello is so good on that scrape and then attack the rollout quarterback or running back. That's exactly what he did against last week against Haverford School on the fumble to set up the game-winning drive. You know, he's just an aggressive kid, but he knows where to shoot the gap and make a play, and he just did it there like he did last week.
Brings up 3rd and 8, ball on the 10. High snap, Smith handles it. He's going to keep, looks to throw. Yeah, that honestly should be an intentional grounding.
Yeah, in college in the NFL, you're not allowed to do that, or you're allowed to do that. High school, you're not.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. He just throws it in the ground, I think. It's tough to see. Yeah, he just throws that. Maybe they said it was deflected, knocked down by Bendo, but there was no intent to throw that ball anywhere into the turf. So 4th and 8, huge play for both sides, obviously here. 6:21 remaining, midway point of this second quarter.
I mean, Garnet Valley has so many people in their pass defense. It's really tough for Smith to find an open receiver.
He looks, he throws, corner of the end zone, overthrown.
That was a good double move.
Our favorite guy, number 34.
Yeah, that was a good move out and up there.
You can see the replay here. Mack at the bottom.
Coming in. That's Buddha Autry going out wide. Handoff, right side. Higginbotham brought down after the first down, getting into about midfield. Slow drive so far, but it's been successful after the first down. 6:56 remaining in this first half. I formation here from the Panthers. Handoff.
The end zone, touchdown Crusaders. The quick strike capability from 30 yards out. Josh Ludlow into the end zone. And a Mark Talpas extra point away from the tie. Take another look.
Just finally that Notre Dame offensive line got a push and was able to beat up, and it just springs Ludlow to the score. But that Danny Darno run and that penalty set up that touchdown, and another back in an extra point away from tying this game.
Mark Talpas, the junior, and it is up, and it is good. With 1:55 left to go in this opening half, the Crusaders have tied the Spartans. It is 7-7.
I'm going to see how curious.
Ingram still in at quarterback. 4 wide receivers. 3 as one comes off the field. Too many men. And the snap very low. Ingram's going to have to run it himself, and he has nowhere to go, especially with the the grass just eating him up. Unable to get his footing and slipping on it.
Here, so a 48-yard field goal. Ball placed down. The kick is a line drive and is going to come up just a little bit short.
Wow, that looked pretty good, though.
Nearly had the distance, but the kick is no good. And with 4 seconds left, the Falcons take over, down 7-3 in the second quarter of the McCaffrey's game of the night.
The line drive at the it was pretty low. If it had some height on it, it could have possibly have snuck just over that crossbar down there, but just under. Would have been pretty cool to see.
Donahue did a great job, does a great job, but, like if, one simple misread and you're going to lose yards. That's just the way this offense goes. If you make the right read, you're going to gain at least 5.
Donahue, play action, throws to
Lopez with his
throws to
off.
Kai Lopez, who gets his helmet ripped off his head. And I do not see a flag down, but maybe they're saying he had it ripped off his own head?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the wheel route. That is 100. I mean, I guess it's not a face mask necessarily. It's just the contact that dislodges the helmet. But
Lopez
anyway,
loved it.
First down. Give to
Backer
Hunt
again.
inside.
Linebacker again. Looks like Garnet Valley's got to come off that double team and get to the linebacker. The linebacker stepping down and making a play. It's a good job by Lower Merion. They look like they're well coached.
Yep, and an injured ace laying right on the 45-yard line.
Going to go deep down the middle. Has a receiver. It is caught for the touchdown. Luke Miller, one play. And just like that, the Spartans are back on top. Empty backfield. If it wasn't going to be a quarterback sneak, you knew it was going to go deep. And they decided to go all the way. Luke Miller with the touchdown. And we need to see another look.
3 receivers split out wide with Luke Miller in the slot.
Just right up the seam and faster than anybody out there. A 56-yarder. Extra point is up and good. And just like that, the Spartans are back on top.
I was wondering when we were going to see those.
Lachensky, man behind him. Going to keep it himself again, running to the right. Not too much of a gain there, about pickup of 3. Again in the triple option offense. Not a single pass has been completed by this offense, yet they still have 28 points on the board. 3 of those 4 touchdowns coming from the offense, 1 coming from the special teams unit. Wide receiver out wide this time.
A play fake or something. It's a long pitch out to the far side, and Lavella running strong, gaining about 4. And he gets brought down by Jack Rowe this time.
A little something different right there with the pitch out.
New personnel coming in, 105 for each team. 3rd down and 5 yards to get. Baker gets them set up. From inside the 10. And it's Klee looking to throw. He lobs it on the Philly special, and it was well covered. Looking for the quarterback, Baker, in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, it was 2-on-2. The Jags had the seam route and then the sideline route, the fade by Lopez, and Smith just kind of playing center field, read it all the way. And
yeah, I'm asking for another replay. It actually looks like they might have had something to the top of the screen. Yeah, just a tight end on the backside just sitting. But O'Donoghue's looking to the play side that play action was called to. So I can understand why he tried to force that in there. But number 1, once again, really good play by Smith.
Booker the setback to the left of Smith. Takes the snap, looks to run, tucks it. Man. No, nowhere to go, really. Oh, flag, and no, we might get the face mask here. Silk looked that he got kind of brought down awkwardly as he was running through there, so let's see if they get the Jags for a face mask.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, the way he's run past all those tacklers, they're looking to grab a hold of anything they can get a handle on, so. Got another shout-out request. We just got reached out to by Tanner Daughtert, number 28, I think, on that face mask. You can see former Jaguar football player Abi Vaca. Abanov just checked in, said he's watching the stream. So, Abi, thanks for tuning in.
False start on Lower Merion.
False start on the Aces. So after they pick up the 15 on the face mask, they're going to go back 5 again. Like number 69, Dylan Bledsoe, quickly making his way onto the field for the Jaguars as number 91, Damian Seng, checks out. It's the big boys inside for the Jags. Jags do a good job of trying to rotate those defensive linemen to keep fresh legs on the field. They have a handful of guys going both ways.
Sometimes when it's a defensive battle, it turns into almost like a boring game. There's not much action, but you know, Lower Merion 7-0, having the ball, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter, going into halftime. You know,
Smith rolls.
I'm sure if they asked their coach before the game, would you like that situation, they would say, yeah. I just don't know the last time they had a designated run call. I mean, number 1 is either throwing or running every single time, and I understand why. He's a great player, but you know, they might want to think about mixing it up. Garnet Valley's linebackers are definitely soft in there, anticipating the pass.
Yeah, and you can see Keaveney and Ollinger and Long, the guys that they've had in there as those outside linebackers on this last 2 possessions have done a little bit better job of just working hard outside to take away that outside edge from Smith.
Yeah, so Lower Marion's going with a 2-back set here. Let's see what they do.
Smith takes a shotgun snap. Again, pressure from Garnet Valley, and he just throws that away.
Grounding.
Again, that is intentional grounding. There's not a Lower Merion receiver within 20 yards of that ball. And after discussing it,
we did middle, but nothing going there. Eventually breaking the tackle, but forward progress was called. On the carry, that was Autry. So Cheltenham going to take this timeout. Need this fourth down conversion to go with 42 seconds left. in the first half. We'll take a very short break and be right back for this crucial 4th down play.
He has it as 3rd down. We had some situations with that last week against the Haverford School. Snap to Smith. Flags fly at the line of scrimmage. Ball almost intercepted, overthrown.
Garnet
Again,
Valley has
false start by the Aces.
Sometimes you just got to take your losses. Garnet Valley has 3 down linemen, dropping everybody in coverage. You know, a double move with a deep safety like that, very unlikely it's going to hit.
And the Jags declined the penalty to put the Aces in a 4th and 28.
Yeah, I got to assume they're punting here. That would be a mistake for Lower Merion if they didn't.
I mean, there's a lot of play calls for a lot of situations, but not with 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. I don't think they're going to go for it. So
4th and 30.
Number 5, Mack, back to punt for the Aces. Number 20, Nolan Carroll, the safety and slot back, the lone punt returner for the Jaguars, back at his own 20. Carroll calls for fair catch, lets it go over his head, and this ball will be downed at about the 2-yard line.
That's a great job by Lower Merion there.
Yeah. And Nolan Carroll, I know how they're coached, you know, the ball's over your head inside the 10, but I don't think he realized how far upfield he was. I mean, that's a ball probably should have been fair caught.
Number 1 rule in punt return is catch the punt when you can. One of the best punt returners I've ever coached is Paul Dunn back in
But on the looks of it, it looks like they are going to try to score here, or at least get some yards. Lachensky, the quarterback, trying to draw the defense off sides. He's going to drop back, and he's going to lose it. Backwards pass, it looked like, but they're going to call it a dead ball. It's ruled an incomplete pass. Whether it was backwards or not, it was recovered by a Plymouth-Whitemarsh player, so there's no change of possession controversy there.
Donahue keeps. Give goes to Hunt, but Donahue keeps. Not much doing. Gain of about 2. Puts the Jags in a 3rd and.
I mean, they have 3 timeouts. I don't know if they want to use one or let one go. They do get the ball to start the second half, I think.
Jags get the ball to start the second half. Yeah.
So I mean, you can't take the timeouts in the half. So you might as well use them if that's what you want to do. All sides, Lower Merion.
Oh, I guess not. He jumped, but as long as he doesn't cross the line of that ball, it looks like the Jags. O'Donoghue's been spectacular this year, getting those defensive line from the other side on that hard count. But O'Donoghue keeps. Nice run.
Call timeout.
Yeah. 1:04. Clocks will for sure stop for the Sticks. They do not call timeout. Hunt and Carroll check out. Now Carroll goes back in. Lopez to the bottom of your screen. O'Donoghue playing. Empty backfield. Takes the ball, throws. Caught here by Lopez, but he stumbles, and the clock will continue to run after a gain of about 3. So I think the Jags are just going to maybe take a shot, but they don't look like they're in all that much of a hurry.
Well, they're going no
huddle.
They might be in a little bit of a hurry.
O'Donoghue keeps.
Nice
Cuts
run.
inside. Good hard run. Doesn't pick up the first. Oh,
Yeah,
they will give him the first down yardage. So with 27.7 seconds left, Jags do pick up a first down. Do call timeout. So now ball on the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Jags coming out.
Been knocked out of the game. Don't know if he will return, but has not been on the field since. But it looks like a kneel down here will do it, and that will send both teams into the locker room for halftime. We sit 28-7. Plymouth-Whitemarsh in the lead here after 2 quarters. And we'll go to our halftime break here on homecoming.
15-minute interview with those guys, so stay tuned for that. And then if there's any time left over, you'll be able to hear the musical stylings of the Jaguar Marching Band, who will be performing at halftime. Yeah, not a whole lot of offensive scoring in this one, buddy.
No, not at all. Rusty Booth, I remember. I was the offensive coordinator at Chichester 2005. He was a senior. What a really good running back.
Yeah, I still think he holds the Garnet Valley record. He did for a long, long time, like 278-ish yards, something like that, rushing in a single game.
Empty set.
Donahue throws. Dropped. Probably a good thing. I don't think he would have been able to get to the sideline. Number 17, Booker, right there in coverage on Lopez, and had he handled it, I don't know if he able to get to the sideline anyway.
It would have been a gain of about 3 or 4. So I agree with you. Not the worst thing in the world that it wasn't caught. Usually Garnet Valley does some sort of unconventional back out, tight end, roll throwback type of thing here. Guard trap.
Give goes to Hunt inside, trying to get to the sideline. He cannot. Gets tripped up short of the first down. Jags do not call timeout, and looks like
I don't get that.
You don't get to carry him over, but they're going to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Donahue back. Throws, looking for Lopez, and that will do it. That is the final play here of this first half. So, halftime score, Garnet Valley Jaguars 7, Lower Merion Aces nothing.
Give credit to Lower Merion, 7-0 at halftime. I don't know if many Garnet Valley fans were expecting that. You know, I saw.
Alrighty, everybody, all of our games have gone to halftime. Let's take a look at our halftime scores here. Garnet Valley leads Lower Merion 7-0. Plymouth-Whitemarsh up big on Cheltenham. That's a 28-7 game. North Schuylkill up by 7 on Notre Dame. That's 14-7. Pennsbury's down 7-3 to CB East. And then Neshaminy leads 10-7 over Pennridge. We're going to take a short break here during halftime, and we'll be back with you for our second half of play in just a few moments. Stick around.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Brensinger, and Jordan Brensinger turns on the speed, but is cut down across the 20-yard line at the 22. 1st and 10. Pennsbury at their own 22-yard line. Again, McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day. Falcons' last drive was a commanding one. They moved it all the way down the field inside the 5-yard line. Then they got called for a block in the back, got pushed back, and the drive resulted in a field goal. But they were able to rip off some chunk plays. We'll see if they can get back to it.
It's a pretty big drive for Pennsbury. See if they can continue what they've been working with.
Bagley hands off to Zerniak. Zerniak picks up just a yard.
Zerniak back up to 50 yards on 12 rushes.
Captain Joe Collins credited with the stop after a yard. Well, they'll say 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Yeah, Egan football tomorrow afternoon on BCB as they take on West Catholic. That game at Truman High School. Hand off to Zerniak on 2nd down, and he loses those 2 yards that they gained. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10. Zerniak that time with his 12th rush.
13th rush. I pressed the wrong button. Tell me.
Big play here for the Falcons as they try to mount a drive, looking at a 3rd and long. Bagley has him set down. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to the far side. Passes to Zerniak. Zerniak with the catch, and Zerniak with yards after the catch up across the 50-yard line. And after the play, a flag comes out.
No.
We'll see what this is about. Maybe tacking some additional yards onto this play if they hit Zerniak out of bounds. But I'm not sure. They might have got the Falcons with some type of illegal block downfield. It is on Pennsbury. Another block in the back from where the flag was thrown. This is still going to be a Pennsbury 1st down, as they'll mark it at the 40.
See, that's still a big gain, and it's still a great showing from Bagley when he does pass the ball. Finally, Pennsbury going to the air.
And last week, they had trouble protecting him. What do this week? They roll Bagley out to the far side of the field and give him a nice, easy pass to Zerniak. That was well executed. Pennsbury, 1st and 10.
It's perfect.
From their own 40-yard line. Again, Bagley faking the handoff. He keeps it himself. Flag comes out as Bagley spins across and down to the 45-yard line. And again, on the Pennsbury Falcons. And this time it's a holding. Holding called on Pennsbury with 10:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're just back underway in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Just 1 touchdown for CB East, 1 field goal for the Falcons. That's it so far tonight. And so after the hold, 1st and 20.
Penalty brings up a 1st down and 20 from the 30-yard line.
Aiden Parker comes in with the play. Bagley gives to Zerniak, who runs it up the middle. Heavy traffic there and pushes for a positive gain of 2 yards.
Jordan Zerniak brought down by number 57, Lean Muhammad.
Lean Muhammad getting his name called a bunch. Another stop for the Patriot defender. 2nd and 18. as Bigley sets him down. Motion from the far wing. The give to Zerniak. Trying to squeeze through some tight spaces there, and Zerniak does get up to the 40.
Around traffic and kind of lost his footing a little bit at the 45-yard line, just shy of that. A couple of players kind of took dives around that same spot.
He did take just a little bit of a stumble there, but just Ludlow has created when Notre Dame has needed a spark tonight, he's provided it.
Offensively and defensively, and now special teamsively. 11:51 left to play. We are underway here in the second half. 1st and 10. Ludlow in the backfield. Eventually gets the handoff, runs into a blocker, then runs into daylight around the defense and finally knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. There is a flag on the play, and we think that's going to come back. He couldn't get the handoff. Darno would not let it go. Then he runs into a blocker and still managed to get down to the 15-yard line, but it is all for naught. Now it is going to be a spot foul, so it still is a first down. Brought to you by DM2 Security. Probably at a spot where you didn't need to hold. He was already in the clear.
Yeah, he was already in the secondary for the North Schuylkill defense, too.
So luckily a spot foul, so he's still good, a good chunk of yardage. Ludlow in the slot now. He's going to go deep down the far side. Wisecarver over his head. And good coverage there by the Spartans.
Wisecarver was open there too, Matt. He had a little bit of a step on his defender.
And Luke Miller, somewhat stride for stride, but yeah, the space was there. Brings up 2nd and 10. You had mentioned during the break off the air that Notre Dame's offense was starting to click a little bit, maybe just running out of time at the end of that last possession. Darno flushed out of the pocket and spun out of bounds. Late on the side, but no flags. Does get back to the line of scrimmage, but makes it 3rd and 10. Good coverage there by the defense for North Schuylkill. Dangerous spot here to say 4-down territory.
See how this play turns out. See how aggressive Notre Dame is feeling coming out of the half.
Ludlow in the backfield to the right of Darno. He's going to go deep on the near side through the hands of his intended receiver. Looking for Julian Baker on the near side. And it will be 4th and 10, and they'll send the punting unit out. And Ludlow, again, has done everything. He also punts, so he'll stay out there. And going back deep to receive is Colin McGee. Here's the punt. And again, another good one. And it's going to take a Notre Dame bounce. And McGee lets it go inside the 5-yard line. He had one downed at the 1. And this one at about the 3. 1st and 10 Spartans. Their first possession here of the second half.
Situation for Pennsbury.
Yeah, an interesting note about this drive. This is the opening drive of the second half. Pennsbury able to waste over half of this clock here in this third quarter. It's pretty good.
Last time they had a goal to go situation, though, they had to settle for a field goal. Looking for a different result. Bagley that time a little bit of a ride play as he had it in the gut of Zerniak, and I think he just kept it himself. It was a keeper down to the 6. So 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line.
Brings up a 2nd down and 5.
Again, same double wing look. And they hand it off to Zerniak. And Zerniak down to about the 2. But he's not in.
23, Jordan Zerniak stopped short of the goal line by number 3, Dan Reinhardt.
Another stop by Patriot captain Dan Reinhardt.
3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line.
So now the Falcons from the 1. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Everybody in tight. Looked like one of the Patriots jumped, and it is offsides against CB East. So this will now be 3rd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. As they'll move it half the distance to the goal. And now maybe an option to just try to do a tush-push, brotherly shove.
Let's see it.
Quarterback sneak. And try to push your way right into the end zone. It seems like that's what the Patriots are expecting. And the Falcons push. Bagley reaches out. He drops the football. It's fumbled right into the hands of a CB East Patriot defender. That is Donnelly. And Donnelly streaks down the field and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Bagley, as he was pushing for that quarterback sneak, lifted the ball up into the air, trying to make sure he extended the ball over the goal line, and as he did that, the ball popped out right into the hands of Jack Donnelly, who runs it all the way down the field for a huge Patriots score, 13-3 with 3:39 to go. And for Donnelly, that's what, a 95-yard return.
99-yard. You're probably right because it popped out. I would 96, 97-yard return. I'll give him the 97. I feel like that's a good number. Wow, what a change in this game.
A huge.
Mangle picks up the DM2 security 1st down and more.
Forces that secondary to split out wide with splitting out 3 receivers in a trips formation. So opens up that middle of the field, and that offensive line's able to give up make a big hole for.
They really had no answer for that. Very little answer for Mangle. Came in averaging 5.6 yards per carry. This is a team that 4 of their 5 games, they've gone over 200 yards as a team, and the quarterback's been a big part of that, faking the handoff again and stopped short after a short gain. Crusader defense able to get in there. A host of tacklers bringing him down. Jacoby Jacobs in the middle of that, sophomore linebacker. It's 2nd and 8. First possession for North Schuylkill here in the second half. Leading by 7. Answered a Crusader touchdown with a 1-play drive to retake the lead with a minute and change left in the first half. Rolling to his right, the pitch is successful. Harford around the end. And he's brought down in Crusader territory. Mangle took a big hit after that pitch.
Yeah,
he's up.
He did, and obviously that was a smart decision by him to pitch that off. But you're right, Matt. He did take a big hit.
Halford with the big gain. DM2 security 1st down for the Spartans, who have many more 1st downs than the Crusaders today. More methodical drives, and one ended on a turnover. Others, they moved the ball and the defense clamped down. Hand off to Halford on the far side. Spins after breaking a tackle And finally brought down out of bounds, approaching the 30-yard line, but good enough for the first down, more than 10 yards. Another DM2 security first down for North Schuylkill.
Yeah, you mentioned them dominating on the ground tonight too, Matt. But, we don't have the official time of possession, but it feels like North Schuylkill has had the ball a ton tonight, and this Notre Dame defense has to stand tall too.
I think the official reading is a lot to a little.
Yeah, a lot to a little tonight.
Get that on a graphic. 6:44 left to play here in the third. Pulls it back out, moving forward and falling forward. Was Mangle, a gain of 4. 5:27 left in this third quarter. Taking their time. They've played a little tempo at times early in that first half, and probably more resigned to say, hey, you know what? The less time the Crusaders do have the ball, the better. They're taking a little bit more time to get the plays in. And just 8 seconds on the play clock.
Keep that Notre Dame offense out of rhythm as well, too.
Faking the pitch, keeping it again. And right up the seam goes Mangle for the first down. DM2 security first down again for the Spartans. And again, taking time. They got the ball about the 11-minute mark. It was a very short possession for the Crusaders. And almost 7 minutes of time. Which, again, this drive started at the 3-yard line. And they are at the Crusader 20. First and 10 Spartans. Mangle in shotgun. Pulls back. And again, falls forward, kind of flung forward by the defense. A short gain, but a positive one.
Yeah, he runs hard.
Yeah, he does.
You mentioned he's one of the, there's a couple of those young backs that the Jags.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, the Garnet Valley wasn't coming off that double team to the middle linebacker. They did a real good job sealing number 10, and that's the difference on that outside veer. Same play.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the read key. Looks like he should have pulled that.
Yeah, it's big D tackle Chris Wags, another sophomore for the Aces. They got a handful of them playing some pretty key roles. Oh, all we got was the tackle.
The far side has Flail, spins around, and it was off the back of the defender for the Crusaders. Josh Ludlow.
Donnie gives to the first man throw. Looks like the ball's on the field. They call it. Both officials come in and call it third down. So someone for the Jags in there fell on it. Oh, yeah, ball got kicked forward. Jags got lucky. They got on the ball, but they also picked up about 4 yards. So it puts them in 3rd and 4, maybe a long 3.5.
So, looks like 17.
Mark Gifford, yep.
Mark Gifford, okay.
Gifford and Hunt, 2
End zone. He's going to come up short, but it will be enough for a first down. First and goal, Spartans after the DM2 security first down. The pitch to Halford. Down at the 3-yard line.
Second time they've gone to that pitch on this drive, Matt. Just smart by Miguel to pitch it what he needs to. Has taken hits on both those pitches, but he's gotten right back up. He's not afraid of contact as he's been using his legs tonight, not afraid of contact as a quarterback.
But it's what you get with the option because he's also faked the pitch a couple of times. You have to be wary of him.
Yeah.
First and goal, the handoff is to Halford. He's going to be tripped up. Gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, possibly a yard. They will give him to the 2. Second and goal from the 2. The Spartans are knocking on the door.
A lot of time the Spartans are taking off this clock this quarter. A lot of time.
Approaching 9 minutes of this drive. Under center. Handoff. And into the end zone is Joey Flail on the end around.
And the field, it's a give underneath. Linebacker makes a good play, but unfortunately for Lower Merion, it's a 3 or 4 yard gain, and it's a positive play for Garnet Valley. So, you know, I got to assume that was the talk at halftime. Just we're going to come out, we're going to run our stuff, we're going to score, and kind of like show Lower Merion what Garnet Valley football is about. That's number 1 coming up, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude can hit.
That was a Donahue with the keeper. He hadn't managed to put his foot in the ground, get upfield, enough for the first down. Yeah, you can see that's Smith. He's walking up before the ball's even snapped.
Yeah.
Yep.
That wasn't him,
no,
though.
it wasn't him. It was the backer.
Yeah, good play. 17's a good player. Booker, he's a real good player.
Man, you mentioned it earlier. With the way the Jags are set up defensively, you'd think they'd try and get him the ball more in the run game as the fullback, but fake toss counter inside. Ooh, big 71 Miller was all over that. It's a sophomore defensive lineman, another one of those young guys for the Aces, Keegan Miller.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and actually, you know, like just does a great job beating that down block and disrupts the pulling guard and really good play.
So the Jags now back behind the sticks, second and let's call it 13. Ball's just inside the 20. Motion man Lopez.
Outside
Donahue
veer.
gives outside veer to number 44 Hunt. Were you coaching when we played up at Council Rock South in the playoffs all those years ago?
No.
I don't know if you were Kenneth then or not.
No, I wasn't.
They ran that double dive against us and probably had 400 yards rushing. That was a CR South team that was impressive. They had 2 monster running backs.
Yeah, I do remember that. Was that, yeah, I remember that.
It was Corkery.
Corkery was a quarterback, yeah. I remember that. I watched it. Your dad was announcing.
The voice of the valley. O'Donohue keeps. They had the check to see this. I'm trying to see if they have a pitch man.
Well,
I'm trying to see what O'Donohue reads here. He has Hunt as the pitch back.
Yeah. So
it's tough.
I saw what happened. They brought the corner up who was on the line of scrimmage. So there was 2 men that were unblocked there, and that's never going to work on speed option.
Words you won't hear very often at the Mo. Garnet Valley to attempt the field goal. 31-yard field goal attempt. Lopez spot ball down. Kick is good.
Beautiful.
Kai Lopez, the 31-yard field goal for the Jaguars. Good snap by Ryan Downey. Good hold by Nolan Carroll, and Lopez put it through. So the Jags now make it a 2-score game with a 10-0 lead.
Dragged out of the huddle. That was Jared Thomas Payne. Had to be held back by some of his Colonial teammates. Don't want to speculate, don't know what was said or who started. That's what the refs are deciding now, however.
Close to a first down. Let's see where they mark him, and it will be, I believe, a DM2 security first down by the Crusaders. 2 plays, 2 first downs on this drive, and that's a good way to start things off. One right wide receiver on the far side. That's Lozano. Pitch to Ludlow on the near side. Through the middle again. Needs a blocker. Gets it. And it's going to come back because a flag is flying. He's going to get brought down just short of the goal line, but it will not matter.
His second big run of the night, too, to put him in the red zone. It's going to be negated by a penalty, too.
The first one on the previous drive really set them back. Should have been first down at the 13. It's going to be a hold on the wide receiver, Alex Clark. It'll be first down again. Let's see where they mark this one off. The previous one, they got enough for the first down, and this one is not going to be the case. They're going to put it back to the 45-yard line.
Just can't have those self-inflicted mistakes right now if you're Notre Dame down by 2 scores.
It's now 1st and 15. The only people stopping Josh Ludlow on offense
his blockers.
Has been his blockers. That's correct. Minute left here. Fakes the pitch. Darno breaks it.
Setting it up for this play, but you know, great job by Kai Lopez, backside pursuit to save the touchdown, but good run by Lower Merion, and they're inside the 10-yard line for the first time of the game.
And that's the first time we've seen number 10, Andrew Cook. He's been a regular back in the backfield alongside Booker throughout the early part of the season, but this is the first time we've seen him, and he's the single setback out there now to the right of Smith. Trips down here to the bottom of your screen, roll out. Smith looks, throws back,
open.
Underthrown.
He was open too. Yeah, number 10 and 17, Booker and Cook, both middle linebackers, both running backs, good players for Lower Merion.
See a flag down right at the line of scrimmage, flag thrown right at the 10.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a holding.
See.
Yeah, holding.
Yeah. I was just trying to watch the replay. I don't really see where it occurred, but Jags will certainly take it. It'll put him back now. Ball was on the 8 on that 1st and goal.
Sets him down. He's going to keep it. Head to the outside, turns it upfield. But just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Yard line. Mr. Everything continues to do just that. Clock stops to move the chains. Let's take another look.
On a wheel route out of the backfield, just beats the linebacker. Been able to set up a big drive here, big position.
Faking the handoff on the last play of the quarter. Darno gets inside the 5. And we'll head to the 4th quarter. The Crusaders are knocking on the door. It'll be 2nd and short, down by 2 scores. This is the D11Sports.com High School Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
Just get ugly on a throw. Just catch and get ugly. Get it out of your hands as soon as possible, because that does have to be a quick play like you mentioned.
Booker, it's Booker, Cook, the stagger motion. Smith, the keeper, down to about the 2. No, they say he stepped out at the 4.
Yeah.
So he was still moving, but he must have stepped out on that far sideline over there, the Lower Merion sideline.
But is immediately stopped, sacked behind the line. That's going to be a sack there from Tayshawn Johnson for the Colonials. So now 3rd and goal. Definitely 4 down territory.
It's always a problem going in shotgun also when you're down on the goal line, because you're setting yourself up on the 10-yard line. Designated draw.
Nowhere to go.
Nice play.
Nice tackle by the safety, Nolan Carroll.
Yeah, what a play. Good play.
That's the first time anybody's been able to get Smith down one-on-one for the Jags almost all night. You can see he's back on the goal line, and he just reads it. That's just a really nice read, really nice open field tackle by Nolan Carroll.
Also a great job by the defensive lineman to clog up the middle. That was a designated draw that made Smith bounce it out wide and let Nolan Carroll fill the alley, which the safety's supposed to do.
Baker fakes, being chased, throws left, wide open, sliding down, and making the catch is Frederick. First down, and a nice throw by Colin Baker that time with pressure in his face.
That's a great catch right there by Frederick.
10 yards on the pickup, now down to the 21.
1st and 10, Neshaminy.
Baker, hands off, Lavella hitting guys up the middle, lowering his shoulder, and the pile still moving. Good job by the Redskins to get in there and continue to push Lavella, who's a little slow to get.
Time today, Ludlow for 6. Extra point pending to make it a 7-point game. Take another look.
When in doubt, just go back to Mr. Everything, Josh Ludlow tonight. Fights off his defender, gets in it when we're an extra point pending from a one-score game.
But Garnet Valley had a corner on him and a safety almost mirroring over the top. You can see. So
you can see Ollinger and Wilt out there in the coverage. Good. Ollinger underneath. And
that's tough.
So the Jags take over, ball on their own 7-yard line.
I think that was Wilt,
First
right?
and 10. Chase Wilt. Yeah, number 4.
So, just to be a presence over there.
Right there.
Yeah. It's a draw play. Baker up the middle, lowers his shoulder towards the goal line. And he is spotted just short on the 1-foot line. 13-yard run on the draw play. Now Mackay, maybe we'll see that tush push.
Yeah.
First down and goal.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm sure I doubt it too, but just wishful thinking.
You wanted to see it at the high school level, huh?
Yeah.
Baker going to line it up. I would think they're going to sneak it or hand it to the fullback, Bracey. And they hand it up the middle, and
again, running room all by himself, no one in sight, and he's going to walk in for his 4th, count 'em, 4 touchdowns of this game. And we're only 7:26 into the 3rd quarter. Boggs having himself quite the day. Just unable to stop. Boggs has been the Cheltenham defense so far. Score now sits 34-7. Pending this PAT, could be 35. Have made all 4 point after attempts so far. But Boggs, when he gets the ball in his hands, he is always a threat to score. Kick is up. Kick is good. 35-7. Plymouth-Whitemarsh is continuing their hot streak. 2 weeks ago, they scored 0 points in a loss against Quakertown. Last week, they got 48 against J.P. McCaskey. And this week, they are already at 35. Looking.
Quarterback keeper brought down for a loss. Jacoby Jacobs was in there.
That's what Notre Dame's defense needed. Keep them off schedule and down in distance.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Clock is running, of course, and they will take as much time as they possibly can. Nursing a 7-point lead, 21-14 Spartans. Running back to his right. Halford fakes it to him. Mangle up the gut, short of the first down, but positive yardage of about 9 yards. It'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 for the Spartans. Now plenty of options with the read option, the handoff, the keeper.
Especially when you're in 3rd and short too.
I say the Crusaders are going to be ready for it, but ready for what? That's the problem. You're going to go quarterback sneak right up the middle and good for the first down. DM2 security first down.
Something new for North School, just using that big, powerful offensive line that's done a great job all night opening up holes for this offense.
It went from the shotgun up to under center, and that usually spells one thing.
Yep.
They didn't need much. He didn't get much, but he got what they needed. And now they will take the long look to the far sideline. Already taking 2 minutes of game time. In the shotgun. Swinging to the near side. Breaks one tackle. Brought down by Dane Vasallo. It's going to be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. And I think the Spartans are just fine with that.
Yep.
You know, you had mentioned before getting 3-4 yards a pop. You keep doing that, you're just going to keep getting those first downs over and over. Now, you want a little bit more than 2 per play, but who's to say they don't bust off 6 or 7 yards here and make it 3rd and short again?
We saw a few plays ago, 2nd and 11, then they got it in 3rd and reasonable just with a quarterback keeper.
Kept it again. No, they handed it off, and Notre Dame snuffed it out. Let's see where they mark the progress. It's going to be a loss of yardage and 3rd and long. This might be the opening that the Crusaders need, but still a very dangerous team here on any down. They did get the handoff, and Halford was brought down for the loss of 8.
Yeah, like you said, Matt, they just did a good job of finally sniffing that option out. Saw it the whole way through. Now they're putting him into a 3rd and long.
Well, what they did was they snuffed both options out.
Yeah.
Whoever had the ball, they were going to be dropped. And actually, if they would have dropped Mengel, it would have been a loss of maybe 2 or 3. Instead, it was a loss of 8. 3rd and 16, passing play to the near side. Flail, double covered, made the catch over his shoulder. Joey Flail makes the catch in double coverage. That one was on a dime.
You know, Coach Steinball mentioned to us that he wanted to gain Joey Flail, and just what a throw by Caden Miguel. Just dimed in there over 2 Notre Dame defenders.
Had they gotten their hands up, it would have made it more difficult, but the over-the-shoulder catch makes it 1st and 10 at the 17.
That is backbreaking if you are the Notre Dame defense as well.
Well, you figure if you knock that ball down, it's 4th and 16. You're about to get the ball down by a touchdown,
and your offense finally has started to find a rhythm as well.
Now it's 1st and 10. You got to keep them out of the end zone, and hopefully have enough time to make something happen. Hand off to Halford. He's going to be stuffed again and dropped for a couple behind the line of scrimmage, maybe brought down at the 22. Should be a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. No, maybe not that long, 2nd and 12. They're going to mark it actually. Going to give him a little more yardage than I thought. They're going to mark it at the 19-yard line. The scoreboard doesn't always match where the ball is on the field. I'm going to be honest with that.
No, it does. Been trying to peek my head out to see where the ball is at. Just been waiting for the official spot.
2nd and 12, they'll say. Mengel takes it himself. He's going to get that yardage and more at the carry up the middle. It's going to be a short gain, but a more manageable 3rd down now. 3rd and 7. Under 6 minutes left to play. And again, taking plenty of time. The play clock down to 10 seconds. They're using as much as they can, and rightfully so on their part. 5.5 to play. Rolling to his left, running all the way is Mengel. I think he tried to stay in bounds, but he was knocked out. Did not get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and short. That'd be about 2 yards.
Decision time for Coach Willie Hall here. You kick the field goal and go up 24-14, or do you put it in the hands of your big, powerful offensive line with that rushing attack?
It doesn't look like anybody's coming out to kick. It's 4th and 1 from the 12-yard line.
And across the 25-yard line for Eric David.
Up the middle, into the end zone. Mengel with his 2nd rushing touchdown. And answering the Crusaders score once again. The Spartans just about ready to go up by 2 scores.
Not a single white jersey.
Way into the end zone. That's Everett Baker. He gets on the board for the first time. He's done some damage in the yardage category, but that's his first touchdown, and making it a 41-7 game. 5 touchdowns on the ground, 4 of them for Boggs, 1 now for Everett Baker, the junior. And in the kick is Dylan Tanea. He's hit all 5 of his extra points so far, and now he can say he's made all 6. Good kicking performance there for the kicker from Plymouth-Whitemarsh. 42-7 is your score. Long drive for the offense.
After that Plymouth-Whitemarsh touchdown to extend their lead, we're going to take you out to Pennsbury. CB East, we've got Pennsbury in the red zone. Can they punch it in for 7? Let's find out.
Here's your Di Lorenzo's gift card. Here's your banana.
Meanwhile, the Pennsbury Falcons maybe only have 2 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can't get a first down here, they're either going to bring Pereira out, and already the clock's slipping down to under the 1-minute mark.
I think at this point, I think that's their game plan, trying to position it in a better position for Pereira to make this kick.
53
Bagley sets him down. The give is to Zerniak up the middle, so that kind of fits with what you're thinking, Gus, is they move it up a little bit, move it right into the middle of the field, and set Angelo Pereira up with a possible field goal attempt.
And this just shows you how much faith Galen has in his kicker right now and his ability. And even in like a light, misty night, he's done a fantastic job tonight and try to put the win on his back right now.
All right, this one's going to be a little longer than his previous attempts. Now we're looking at a 35-yard attempt. Vivleka snaps it, Bagley holds it, and Pereira, the place kicker. And before the snap, timeout, CB East.
Ice him.
They're trying to ice Angelo Pereira.
Wow, this game has been awesome.
It's been bananas.
And tonight's game, McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB, brought to you by Kramer's Bakery in Yardley, baking things great since 1946. Homemade baked goods, made fresh daily on the premises. And maybe you can get a banana cream pie at Kramer's Bakery. Pastry, their own fresh donuts, muffins, much, much more. Kramer's Bakery also with dessert trays. Perfect for the office, corporate affairs, gifts, breakfast trays, cookie trays, and more. Kramer's Bakery. Everything baked fresh on the premises. All right, here we go.
Pereira trying to turn around this Falcons season.
Again, a 35-yard attempt from right in the middle of the field. And the ball placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. With 21 seconds left, the Pennsbury Falcons take a 16-14 lead. And the third field goal of the night for Pereira. 2 27-yarders and now a 35-yard field goal with 21 ticks left on the clock. Puts the Falcons in position here tonight.
That was bananas. That had a lot of hang time, and it was right down the middle for the representative from the class of 2026.
And the front runner for our Di Lorenzo's player of the game. Why not? 3 field goals for the Pennsbury place kicker.
Absolutely. Without him, Pennsbury's not even coming close to winning this game tonight. Really showing the support for this kicker Galen has tonight. And he has come through exponentially. I said that wrong. I've said that word wrong, but you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're talking about, and you're right on the money. Like he, as you mentioned, as they're going down the field, Galen really trusting his place kicker, and he comes through
21
with the
seconds.
goods. He's got the goods.
Just think about it. 16 points tonight by Pennsbury. 9 of them has been by Pereira. Actually, 10 of them have been Pereira with the extra point. So really showing love for this kicker is this Pennsbury sideline.
Still 21 seconds to go in the McCaffrey's game of the night. It's a low squibbing kick. Picked up and then given by Giordano to Blackwell. Blackwell with the return up to the 30-yard line. They tried a little reverse action on the return, but the Falcons coverage team stopping him at the 30 and will force the Patriots to try to go 70 yards in 12 seconds.
It's going to be tough. We've seen it done before at this high school level, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, just a huge cliff to try to get over for the Patriots, and right now timeout on the field. Thanks again to Junior's Car Wash, now open at New Falls and Hood Boulevard, and New Falls Express as well. They're really proud to support Pennsbury football.
Josh Lozano just turned it on the burners, untouched. Beats the coverage. And they're back in it now, too.
Talpas for the extra point. And it is good. A low one at that, but 28-21, back to a one-score game. And here's the dilemma that we talked about. If you kick it off.
As Vogelsong drops back, gets it to Donnelly. Donnelly to the 45 and up to the 47-yard line. A first down for CB East and a quick timeout by the Patriots.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about it in Pennsbury's drive last drive. They didn't need a touchdown. They only needed a field goal to go up. And CB East in the same situation, not needing a touchdown, only needing a field goal. But 5 seconds left. It's going to be a little bit tough to get into field goal range and stop the clock.
At this point, I think you got to do some kind of hook and ladder.
Yeah, Hail Mary if you
5
can.
seconds.
Pitch it around a little bit. Come up with whatever special thing you might have deep in the playbook.
This could be something right here.
Again, Pennsbury Football Parents Club asking you to come out and catch Pennsbury Falcon football. Hope you're enjoying tonight's game, and why not? It's been a good one. 16-14 Falcons. 5 seconds left. CB East with the football. Vogelsong rolls out, looking to the near side, throws and completes it, but the tackle made immediately on Nick Giordano, and that is the ball game. Falcons win it 16-14, in large part thanks to their place kicker, Angelo Pereira, the sophomore, with 3 field goals, 2 from 27 yards out and 1 from 35 yards away. Woo! A good one here tonight. McCaffrey's game of the night. Falcons get to 3-3, and they drop the Patriots to 3 wins and 3 losses. We're going to step aside and return to the...
A statement win there for Pennsbury. They win 16-14. We're going to take you over to Garnet Valley now against Lower Merion. Garnet Valley with the ball on the drive. Let's see what comes out of it.
A shot knowing you still have 2 downs to pick up the yard.
Yeah, normally it's into the boundary here with the tight end, maybe jet motion coming across.
Give. Goes to Turner.
Good job by Lower Merion there. They're defeating the double teams. If you're going to stop an option offense, you need to defeat the double teams, and that's what they're doing.
Well, and they will give Garnet Valley the 1 yard they needed, so fresh set of downs.
Good job.
Oh, yeah, I think he got it. I just didn't see. But, well, 1st and 10. Jaguars now in Aces territory, ball on the 49, just outside the 49-yard line. Devano checks out. Ollinger, the tight end, checks in for the Jags.
Just got an update on the Ridley score, 21-21 in the 4th quarter, 11 minutes left. Garnet Ridley against Conestoga.
Do you know if that's games at Stoga or Ridley?
No, it's at Ridley. It's homecoming for Ridley.
Oh, nice.
Outside veer.
Goes to Hunt. Wow. He can go down easy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Gain of about 4.
Number 3 is the outside linebacker there, real athletic Payne, the junior. So he actually comes up the field, makes O'Donoghue give, and then falls down inside. You have to be really athletic to be able to do that. So, Garnet Valley's going to take the 4 yards, but, it was a read key, but 3 came down real nice there.
O'Donoghue, motion man, Lopez. Give goes are all over that. Yeah. And again, who else? Number 17.
So
Ben Booker.
before we see the replay, he actually comes underneath the double team there. So it looks like he's going to come B gap. So if you look at 17, he comes underneath. You see it there?
Yeah.
Good play. 2 down territory for Garnet Valley.
That ball right at the 45-yard line, right hash. 9-12 and counting here in the fourth. Devano split to the top of your screen. Lopez, the slot back. Turner and Hunt. O'Donohue back, throws, finds Devano, dropped. He was a little bit short of the sticks on the route on that hitch itself, but
yeah, but
might have
down
picked
territory.
Up.
I mean, you know, he definitely would have got it. You know, at least have been close, but given to Garnet Valley a fourth and very, very short if he didn't get it.
Yeah. Turner and Hunt check out. Devano and Carroll check in.
Yeah, spread out
Keaveney
empty.
at tight end. Jags go empty.
Empty gun.
Lopez to the bottom of your screen. Carroll in the slot. Devano at the top of your screen. O'Donohue in the shotgun, standing right at his own 50. And the Jags quick kick, and it's blocked by who else? Booker. And that's a live football, and there goes Lower Merion. Number 51, Malachi Walker.
Wow. Wow.
So the quick kick idea for the Jags backfires. I think if we watch the replay, I'm pretty sure it's number 17, Ben Booker, that comes through, gets his hand on. It is.
Yeah.
He hits O'Donohue before O'Donohue even has a chance to kick it, and the ball bounces straight up in the air. Walker takes it on the hop, and he's off to the races. So, well, now it's 10-8, 8:41 with the 2-point differential. Lower Merion brings their offense on the field here, obviously for the 2-point conversion. So they're running all kinds of personnel on and off the field, and you see Smith waiting for the offensive play call. Gets it, goes into the huddle. So Lower Merion here with 8:41 left on the huge play on fourth down on the quick kick. Blocked. Now is an opportunity to tie this game up at 10 if they can convert on this 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they're in a double back set here. Might not be a bad idea for them to run them. Last time they did this, they ran quarterback draw.
And they run it, and the Jags are all over it. Number 47, again, Chase Britton makes the play. Reads it. Gets right up inside.
Yeah, that kind of shuffle motion in front kind of gives it away. They did that last time, and it was a quarterback draw.
Yeah, and Britton just makes a really nice play.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if Smith bounced it a little bit wider in C-gap, he may have had a better opportunity to score, but what a great play by Chase Britton.
So, rain a little bit heavier, kind of swirling about if you see it. So, with a little bit of a game reset, 8:41 left here in the fourth quarter. It's now Garnet Valley 10, Lower Merion 8.
Bottom of the sixth.
Kickoff forthcoming from right to left from the Aces. Number 5, Declan and Mack will tee the ball up on his 40-yard line. And we talked about it on that start of this second half. Lower Merion, you never know what you're going to get when they tee the ball up. Max got it teed up on his left hash.
Were they a hash kick earlier? Or
yeah, they've shown from this left hash. And you can see the Jaguars have 6 guys right in front of the kick. 3 guys at the top of your screen. Their deepest returner for the Jaguars is at the 25-yard line out on the hash.
I mean, Lower Merion has numbers to the field.
Snap. Darno keeps again. Up the gut. Couple of yards. Second down. Now here's the question, and maybe premature.
Do you go for 2?
That's the question.
I knew it was coming. I was just thinking.
Actually, I was gonna ask you when was the last time you had your water tested, but do you go for 2 is a good question too. And stuffed in the backfield, loss of yardage by Ludlow.
That is backbreaking too.
Ricky Halford, who we saw exit the game with, well, we think maybe cramps earlier. He came back and made that play. It's 3rd and 10. So maybe it was premature to ask that question because they've got 10 yards to get, a couple of plays to do so. Now, minute 33 remaining. Passing situation, you would imagine. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. He's looking near side. Good protection on both sides. There's a hold, so not good protection. Darno's going to run up the middle, but we assume this will come back once again because that's been the story of the night. Flag on the play in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, the umpire threw it, so that's probably a hold.
It was a first down run, but we knew all the way that was coming back. And now it's going to be third down again, but 3rd and 20. Well, we said we were in for a good treat tonight, and I think we've delivered. 75 seconds remaining in the game, but still 32 yards away from a potential tie.
Time to draw up your 2 best 10-yard plays.
When they've gone to the air, they've had wide open in the middle. The 2 touchdowns. There's 1 touchdown and a big play down the middle. He's going to loft it down inside and is intercepted at the 1-yard line. Colin McGee brings it out past the 20, and that should do it for the Spartans. He dropped one earlier, and he comes up with the big play here. Let's take a look. Flags fly. We'll get to that in a moment. Protection was good.
Underthrown.
Looking for Lazan.
Still going. Secures the football. Not before a gain of about 15. Tackle made by Jackson Booker, number 37, downfield.
Yeah, Mink, this is an outstanding job by O'Donohue here because it's so easy to bounce it, but if he does, 37 can easily make the tackle because he's getting blocked out. So just a great path that O'Donohue had here. Anytime you run midline option, the number 1 rule for the quarterback is if it's a pull, you have to stay tight inside the B gap because you're blocking out on the defensive end, and that's a great job by him there. Outside veer, good read.
Good ball security. You see Mark Gifford, the sophomore running back there. As soon as the tackler was coming up, both hands on the ball. Coach Boyd, Coach Batiste, the running backs coach, sure thrilled to death. That ball security. Yep, 2 hands on the ball.
Ball on the outside arm, that's the most important thing.
Don't quite pick up the first down, so 2nd and 1, ball on the lower Merion 34 now.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Garnet Valley's offense or defense or the way the flow of the game is, but right now this is a drive that Garnet Valley needs to win the game, and that's all that matters. Inside.
Donahue again.
Yeah, once again, 21 on the outside. He's being blocked out. O'Donohue takes a nice inside track. You can see 21 fall in. Watch the replay here, Mink.
Yeah, number 21,
watch 21.
Waters.
He gets blocked out but falls in, but O'Donohue stays on that inside track, and that's the most important thing when you run midline option. So, great job by 19, O'Donohue.
Now 5.5 and counting remaining here in the 4th quarter. Another fresh set of downs for the Jaguars. 1st and 10, ball on the Ace 27. Hunt and Gifford the backs. Carroll the slot back.
That was a give. O'Donohue. Your dad's not going to be happy about that one.
KOD. All right, you can see the replay here. Yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes you just make a bad read. It happens.
Gifford was that back up inside, and it was there.
Yeah. But, it was a loss of 1 or 2. It's not the end of the world. But, the read key came up the field. That's another thing about option offense. You know what? You got the next play. Good read there. Gain of 5.
Give goes to Gifford. Gain of 5. Puts him in a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long 6 maybe, but almost certainly 2-down territory here.
Yeah. Might not be a bad time to take a shot here. So there's 2 thoughts here. Run the ball twice, get 3-4 yards every one. On 3rd and 4th, you'll get the first, or take a shot here.
Donahue, give goes to Hunt. Still carrying down to right to the 20-yard line. So it'll be short of the first down, but it'll bring up a 4th and 3. Jags need to get the ball right to the 17-yard line to pick up the first down.
They're going hurry up here, no huddle.
Yeah, well, we did this last week against Haverford School in almost the same exact situation down inside the 10. Oh, they tried to get him to go off sides. You see Booker and Smith down here at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, if they're calling a play right now, I would definitely go to the field away from number 1.
Well, you see he drops too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's...
Yeah.
Jaguars almost look content to let this play clock wind down and call timeout. Talk it over. Yep. They run the whole 40-second clock down, get the game clock down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So even if they don't pick it up, they've limited, another 40 seconds of possession for Lower Merion.
Of course, not knowing what Garnet or what Lower Merion's defensive call was, it's a credit to Lower Merion's defense, because if Garnet Valley does take a shot with play action, normally it's into the boundary to the tight end side. So I think that's why we saw number 1 Smith into the boundary on that tight end side, thinking take away any pass or play action into the boundary that Garnet Valley might try to sneak in there. So probably a good timeout by Garnet Valley, a good defensive call by Lower Merion, and here we are, 4th and 4.
Getting ball right at the 20-yard line. Jaguar right hash. That's animal.
Yeah.
Ollinger checks out. Carroll in. Gretzky out. O'Donohue gets the play call, gets into the huddle.
They're going double trips to the field.
Trips to the field. Carroll the slot.
This is the same look against Haverford School.
Motion man away from the trips. O'Donohue. False start Jaguars. So 4th and 3 will now be 4th and 8 back to the 25-yard line.
They had Devano on a slant there too. They were running a bubble. So they brought number 3 and trip straight across. And the
walk away. Long count for Baker as he peers to the sideline. Box is fully stacked, and it's Lavella running right through. More great blocking, and look at this. Complete domination up front by Neshaminy.
Now 4th and 8.
I mean, it's the same play. Slant there it is.
Got it
it's
again.
The same play.
Oh! Off the hands of Devano on the slant. They had it, they saw it, they ran it again, and it was there.
Same play.
You can see the replay here. Don't do anything different.
Yeah, that motion
does the slant.
Yeah, that motion does nothing to the defense, but still good call, good look.
Well, he's been the man all night, so you think we're going to see a heavy dose of number 1. Mekhi Smith, the standout quarterback for the Aces. He's been the playmaker when they've needed it all night.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to – this is the drive. They're going to either win the game or Garnet Valley's going to get the ball, but this is it, 3:30 left.
He throws. He's got his man, the unnamed 34. Number 3, Boyce in the coverage. Ball again just a little bit overthrown by Smith. Good pocket. He has time, able to set his feet.
Yeah, just a regular smash route. The outside receiver runs a hitch. The number 2 receiver runs a flag over the top, but good coverage.
So 2nd and 10. Mack to the bottom of your screen. Gray to the top. Cook and Booker in the backfield with Smith.
I mean, Garnet Valley once again in a 5D back set. I mean, Lower Merion shouldn't be scared to run the ball here.
Smith throws, got Mack, caught, short of the first down. Bring up 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line.
He's got a good
Lower
arm,
Merion going, hurry up. Yeah, he can sling it. Long checks out, Keaveney back in at outside linebacker. Corners, Wilt and Lopez.
Yeah, they're walking backers up now. Yeah, they're in their regular 5-2 defense.
3rd and 4, Smith. Not really in a hurry, are they? Oh, Aaron snap. He makes a nice play just to... Uh-oh. Gets wide, pump fakes, throws, tucks it,
stayed in
dragged
bounds,
down.
clock running.
Yeah, clock runs, no gain, all that. Ball right back at the line of scrimmage. will bring up 4th and 4. That errant snap had that whole play thrown off. He managed to grab it. It was way to the left of Smith. You see the replay here. But he has to almost do a little 360 in the backfield, and then he's just running for his life at that point, which is also scary. But so big play here. This could be the game. 4th and 4. Smith in the backfield. Booker the single setback.
Man, it's a real unique defensive front for Garnet Valley right now. You can see the defensive lineman down.
Romanello puts pressure on. Ball caught. Number 34. Carroll in the coverage, but keeps the drive alive. Clock will stop momentarily until they get the change set, but will wind as it does. 1:45 and counting. 1st and 10. Ball on the Lower Merion 43. Shotgun snap. Smith back, sets. Flags are down. Smith gets dragged down from behind by number 77, Braden Green, and number 7, Nick Romanello for the Jaguars. See what the flag is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the flag
They're looking at Coach Van Wyk. So whatever it is, false start.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Well, Jaguars declined the penalty, so they'll take the down rather than the yardage. I saw Coach Van Wyk giving basically the incomplete, declining signal. Oh, now they are going to mark it off.
I mean, usually a false start, the whistle blows.
Should be a dead ball, right?
Yeah, you don't have an option to take it or decline it. It's a 5-yard penalty and 1st down, so it's 1st and 15.
Oh,
that's all
that's
sides.
A false start.
Yeah, that's definitely all sides.
It's the running start for number 34. That's a Canadian football there. I mean, he's moving. He was in a hurry. So now 1st and 20. Aces are going the wrong way. 1:17 left on the game clock. Clock begins. Mac to the bottom of your screen. They roll him right. Throws. Ball batted down by number 86, Drew Keaveney. Big 6'4" D end outside linebacker for the Jags. Managed to get those long arms up and just bats that pass down.
Yeah, I mean, Lower Merion.
Yeah, he does a nice job.
Yeah, I mean, Lower Merion has a 2-back set, so there's 2 backs in the backfield. There's only 2 receivers, and he's rolling to the right. And Garnet Valley has 3 or 4 guys in coverage. It's a tough spot to complete a pass.
So 2nd and 20, 1:08 left. Smith in the backfield, Booker the lone running back. Smith takes the snap,
double move,
sets, throws, top of your screen. Ooh, intended for number 4, Zion Gray. Number 1, Kai Lopez in coverage for the Jags. Good throw.
Yeah, he runs
his hands.
He runs a hitch and go here. So if you look at the replay here, he's going to stutter step like he's running a hitch and then go. Lopez, in high school, you're allowed to make contact as long as the ball's not in the air. So good play by Lopez.
So 3rd and 20. Ball on the Ace 33-yard line. Mac to the bottom of your screen. Gray and Burke to the top. Burke the motion man.
Trips look, they're going to hit, backside screen.
Oh,
they had it too, man. They had it on both sides,
yeah,
actually.
They had it set up.
Yeah, I thought they were going to rub in a bubble here down to the bottom of the screen. They had me tricked. I thought they were running bubble here to the motion. I thought they had it there, and then the screen was really set up nice. Who was that? Good play. Who was that?
47, Chase Britton.
Yeah, what a play. Man.
Yeah, and he had blockers out there.
That would have been close to a 1st down or maybe even more. That was a great play by Britton.
There's obviously still almost a full minute left. Lower Merion calls timeout. They obviously want to talk over this 4th and 20 play. Jaguars have 5 defensive backs on the field, back almost at midfield, so at about 17 yards from the line of scrimmage. kind of a sticks D, keep everything underneath in front of you.
I think Lower Merion does have the skill players to throw something underneath and maybe have a catch and a run. If you're trying to throw deep past the sticks, like you just mentioned, Garnet Valley has, 3 D-backs, running almost like a cover 3 at the stick. So, if Lower Merion wants to have a shot here, I think maybe, throw something that's at the 10 to 12 yard range and then try to pick up another 8 or 10 after the catch. But to throw something deep is almost like a Hail Mary, maybe not even a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, and that was their shot. We talked about it earlier in the game. They're in the early part of this season, the first half. They really love that underneath screen game, and they had it set up.
Yeah,
and it's just
first time we saw it, right? I don't think we saw it all game. I watched it in film. I saw it a bunch of times.
They set it up earlier, and then instead of throwing it, he bootlegged the other way and rolled and took it himself. But again, Jaguars have 4 D-backs back at the 50-yard line. Wilt now backs up a little bit.
5. Yeah, so Lower Merion wants to try.
They do bring pressure from Romanello. Smith makes him miss. Britton chasing. Smith throws, but he throws from. He was 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
This is going to be an illegal forward pass. Smith did a really nice job of keeping the play alive, but the line of scrimmage was the 33, and he threw that from the 36.
Yeah, Chase Britton right in there again.
He just loses track of where he's at. I mean, he's just trying to keep the play alive. It's a really athletic play, but it's an illegal forward pass.
Good play by Kai Lopez on the tackle also. If he didn't throw the ball past the line of scrimmage, I don't think he would have had the first down.
Again, this question
that's
comes
a
in.
loss
That's a loss of downs.
Yeah,
so it should be Jaguar football. Yep. So the Jags will take over on downs at the Ace 33-yard line with 46.6 seconds left here. Aces have used, I believe 2 timeouts here in the second half. They do still have 1 remaining. So the Jaguars can't just take a series of knees, but I would be surprised if they don't just run the ball inside one time and then force the Aces to call that last timeout and take some knees.
3rd down and going for the win, Neshaminy is, and Frederick makes the catch. As Baker rolls out, catch is made at the 21.
Fredericks has really had his imprints here on this game so far.
I mean, he looks really good, especially on that rollout play, and that's a nice thing to do to get Baker out of the pocket. Although this offense seems like they could block pretty well, at least in this ball game. They have not struggled with a ton of holding penalties. They haven't struggled with really blocking in general. And the times that Baker has been out to throw, he hasn't really been under a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Last week, 13 of 16 for 175 yards, couple of touchdowns for Baker through the air. And
more than that, but I always say that good teams win games, whether it's pretty or ugly. A win is a win, and there's going to be a lot to learn from. And honestly, from both teams, I think.
Boxes stacked with Rams. Play fake, rolling, throwing on the run, and the catch is made, it looks like, by Bracey. And that is enough for a first down, and the Redskins are going to win the game.
That's the Neshaminy first down.
All the timeouts spent for the visitors, and 3 kneel down should be very close to enough. But Baker looks like is going out of the gun still. And he's just going to get hit and drop, but I feel like that was a bit unnecessary.
Colin Baker taken down in the backfield.
Loss of a bunch, but
Ian Gallagher and Jack
Redskins overall, nice performance. Now they got to just avoid getting anybody hurt here on the last couple of plays. Baker got swarmed by 3 defenders.
Yeah, the Rams said we're not giving up that easy.
Under 2 minutes now. Baker's waiting. And they'll hand it off to Klee, and Klee goes nowhere.
Curtis Klee up the middle.
And tackle made by Jack Rowe. And that will bring up 3rd and long.
3rd down and 13.
But Skins is trying to run out the clock. They'll take it pretty close to the end of the ball game. Yeah, there's timeout on the field. Play clock is reset. Got it down to under a minute here after this play, and then maybe be around 10 to 15 seconds left in the game. And you would think that they would just kneel it down. But they'll run it again. Klee dashes and falls forward. He'll pick up about 4 yards to the 14-yard line. It'll be about 15 seconds left in the game.
Might take a knee right here. See a couple of Neshaminy players trying to line up, get an early head start.
Yeah, well, this is 4th down, so clock is going to stop if they don't pick up the first down anyway, so it doesn't really matter what they do. 3 seconds on the play clock. They hand to Lavella. Turnover on downs, and 16 seconds remain in the game. But to put a bow on this one, Mackay, overall, this has got to be one of the better games that the Redskins have played all together, creating turnovers. Defense was awesome, and the offense sustained some good drives and didn't get derailed too much by penalties.
Yeah, both the offense and defense were really just on the same page. I felt like just clicking on all cylinders, not hurting themselves. You know, both teams had themselves some turnovers, but you could say that's due part of the rain. But you know, it's not going to matter in the stats.
So final 16 seconds. Keating looks, throws, and it's high and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Chase Marshall.
Marshall over the middle. Keating will get them lined up once again. At least one more play. 13 seconds. Rolling right, throwing on the run, catch is made, and they'll get out of bounds. Far side of the field.
Chase Clontz on the reception.
Chase Clontz makes the catch. And 7 seconds left. Redskins 7 seconds away. Getting back to 500 on the season and a nice win. Trips out to the near side. Keating looks, there's pressure in his face. He lobs over the middle and broke it up. Looking for Clontz, and Jared Mole got in the way. So this will be the last play of the game, 2 seconds. Tomorrow on the network, Hopewell Valley at Nottingham football, 12 o'clock. Should be a good one there. Lob pass over the middle. That one is dropped as well, and the game is over. Again, trying to hit Marshall, who had a couple of drops. Redskins 17, Pennridge Rams 7. Overall, a really nice victory for the Skins. They get back to 500, 2-1 in conference play.
As the last of our games have gone final here this evening, let us take another look at our final scores. We've got Garnet Valley just squeaking out the win, 10-8 over Lower Merion, one of the closest games we saw this evening. PW with a dominant performance over Cheltenham, 42-13 win there. Notre Dame, North Schuylkill, very tightly contested game, 28-21 in favor of North Schuylkill. Pennsbury, CB East, another super tight game, 16-14. Pennsbury wins that one. And then we've got Neshaminy, Pennridge. Neshaminy with the 10-point win, 17-7. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule for tomorrow. We won't be with you tomorrow, but we have Donegal at Wyomissing, 1:30 p.m. on SFBN. Make sure you check out that game. Should be a great one. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us for another episode of SFBN End Zone. My name is Ryan Chabinski once again with you. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we can't wait to have you back here next Friday night at 7 p.m.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Albion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.